there's that old adage, that old saying, that all daughters grow up to be just like their mothers. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's close to the truth.
No, well, there are many of us who spend most of our lives trying to make sure that never happens. Particularly the daughters on our show today who call their mothers total embarrassments. Daughters like my first guest, Cherise, who has a few stories to tell about embarrassing moments from her mother, Pearl. Now, your mom looks sweet sitting there. How in the world could she embarrass you?
Rolonda.
Huh?
Looks so deceiving.
How does your mom embarrass you?
Where shall I begin? Well, when I was married with my husband, we were living together at our home. We're separated now. When we would be having sex, Pearl would be like this outside leaning on the bedroom door.
What? We've got more. She'll talk after, but let me just begin. When I have friends come over, man or woman, okay, Pearl wants to hang out with us. I'll tell her once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5. You've got to leave. Get out. She refuses and refuses. Very embarrassing, to say the least, being that I am 38 years old. Also, when my husband and I, when we were together, would have sex, and sometimes now, occasionally, we still do. Pearl.
Look at it, Joe.
Pearl, because he's good. Pearl, I like that. I like that.
What are you gonna
do? He's a hot-blooded Puerto Rican. Right, so anyway, Pearl, we're on ground level. Where I live, I'm on the ground level. In other words, there's bushes, there's windows, and there's Pearl, while we're doing it, in the bushes looking like this through the window.
Like?
I'm not done. There's more, Rolonda.
Well, I can't wait to tell what Pearl sees through the window.
Outside my home, there's a sliding glass door where she lives in the upper level. Okay, and we have a deck, a wooden deck. When I have friends come over, or I go to leave, or I arrive, I call it the observation deck. Pearl is on the deck, embarrassing me. We should actually call her, you know how there's peeping Toms? We should call her Peeping Pearl.
Peeping Pearl. Well, now let's hear from Peeping Pearl. Pearl, what are you looking through the window for?
I am not looking at anything. I am just trying to get her attention when she doesn't open the door.
Attention. Well, clearly you got her attention.
When I knock at the door, she doesn't answer.
Why should she knock at the door? Why should
she doesn't answer. So I have to go looking to the window to get her attention since she doesn't respond at the door.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
So what about when she's out with her dates and stuff and you're hanging around?
I may come home, she means.
Well, I'm babysitting.
If I have a date.
I'm babysitting. I'm not hanging around.
Here he goes.
So you're like babysitting, but it's embarrassing.
Part when I get home, right?
No, but I am babysitting when I am there.
It was funny because I asked the audience here. Come on. No. I was asking the audience how many people have mothers who've done things to embarrass them. Show America how many people in here had mothers like that. Yes, sir.
Pearl, I wanted to ask you.
Excuse me. Thanks.
What are you trying to get her attention for while they're in the bed making love?
No.
No, but
why are you trying to get their attention?
Like this?
Well, when I'm speaking to her and she doesn't answer me, I don't know what she's doing.
She knows he's over visiting. You know he's over visiting. You're a liar. You want to hang out with me and him.
Have you ever thought of maybe finding a boyfriend to your mom? Like this, she will leave you alone?
That's what she needs, exactly. It's been a long time.
Why do you think she's peeping through that window, really?
Really?
Perversion.
Perversion?
Now you got it.
From the audience.
I think Pearl wants to spend time with her daughter, and her daughter can find time to spend with her mother.
Is that
you
what
have
you're
an
looking
idea?
for, Pearl?
Yeah.
There's some truth to that.
So, Pearl, talk on that, because maybe your daughter needs to hear that.
Well, actually, she doesn't listen. And when I'm talking, she cuts me off so that I have no, conversation or finish my thoughts or statements. And so I'm looking through the door, so she claims, is to get her attention to finish what I wanted to say before she shut the door on me.
But while I have my husband over having sex, is the time to ask me questions?
No.
Well, you know something? It sounds like it's the time to get your attention. Did you ever hear your mom say that, though?
What?
Did she want some more attention from you?
She wants to smother me, and it's too much for me. I can't handle it. It's constant. She wants to hang around.
It's the
Too
same
much.
house. It's impossible
Upper and lower
to
wards.
separate.
From the audience.
Hi, Rolonda. I'm Katrina, and I'm just hearing that maybe the motherly hormones are still kicking in with Pearl. And I just feel that it's time that we have no age about the motherly hormones. I'm a mother, and my daughter's 21, and I can feel her, and I'm very hooked up emotionally and physically still with her, even though my baby is big. So maybe, Pearl, this is still your baby. What do you think, Pearl?
Well, there's a baby to the baby. There are two babies.
There's also this friend here. Adele, is all this stuff true?
I'm not there. I don't live there.
You don't live there?
No.
But have you heard about all this embarrassing?
I can only hear about it, but I don't live there to see what they're doing. I'm not there to knock on her door and see what's going on.
Adele says I ain't in it.
She knows her 40 years, Rolonda. She knows the deal.
35
years.
Well, coming up next, we have a daughter who says that she's embarrassed by her mother because truckers, she says, mistake her mom for a highway hustler. We'll explain it after this.
I saw him sharing New Year's Eve with another girl.
Dating a man who works with bikini babes. Next, Rolonda. Welcome back, everybody. If you have a mom who is a total embarrassment to you, then you can relate to the daughters on our show today. We were just talking to Charisse, who says she gets really embarrassed when mom starts listening out the door when she's having sex with her ex-husband. I guess I'd be pretty embarrassed about that, too. You had a comment.
It's true.
Charisse, you said when you and your husband were living at your mother's house, when you had company come over, you told your mother she had to get out. That's her house. How could you do that?
Because we have separate apartments.
I have. No.
Because let me explain. We live separate. She's upstairs. I have my own apartment. If I have a friend over, a guy or a girl, whoever it may be, don't I need to have my privacy at 38 years old?
Yeah. Privacy?
Yeah.
Pearl, what do you say about
That's not privacy.
That is privacy. You don't belong down there. You got to stay upstairs.
But I babysit downstairs.
But I only let her in when it's good for me to have her babysit.
Sounds like daughter dearest to me. Yeah.
I got a question for Pearl. Do you like looking at your daughter have sex?
You believe that? You believe that?
It's true. It's true. Don't lie.
You believe that?
You already admitted
Well, I
it
think
more or
she's
less.
great. I'll take her back to California with me. She just wants, I think, attention. She's great. You should leave her in there.
So you like Pearl?
Oh, I think she's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes. Really. Mom, you want me to go to my room too? No, I want to talk. I want to be there.
So you can relate to what Pearl says. You say your children tell you to go to your room.
You're right. It's just she wants all the attention the daughter does. That's
Exactly.
what the problem
You're
is.
right. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. No, I
if I
understand.
may
I like
say.
attention too, but I'm also a mother, and I'm a mother.
Rolonda, may I say there's no excuse. There's more. When I'm in the kitchen or something and doing dishes, all of a sudden I'll get startled. I'll look over to my left where there's a window. Not only when the sex is going on, she's laughing because she's guilty.
Yeah.
Peeping Pearl. Peeping Pearl. When I'm doing dishes, I look over, I get startled. She's like this in the kitchen window.
She's like, I'm back.
You're always in the window. I go door to door. You go door to door. I open one door and lock the other. You go to the other door.
I told you
Well, it
why.
must be fun around their house. You get a lot of exercise. Our next daughter says that her mom dresses with just enough clothes to keep her from being arrested. Amy, what do you mean? I guess that is
Even
pretty...
less than that. Let me tell you. My mother is going through a midlife crisis, and it's really bad. I mean, it's past bad, okay? My mother is a major slut. This is a dresses that she wears like to the grocery store, and you can like see through them and stuff. Let me tell you this.
You brought her clothes out of her closet?
Because nobody will believe me. I'm telling you guys, she is a slut. And it's so embarrassing, too, to be like out shopping with her, because people will stare at her, okay? These are bathing suits, okay? I mean, she can't even fit one boob in
Honey,
this.
a lot of us would like to have a mom who can still wear stuff like that.
Okay, these are shorts she wears. She only wears shorts unless her butt cheeks are hanging out. I'm serious. Her butt cheeks have to be hanging out, and her breasts have to be hanging out. She will only buy shorts so she can unbutton them, you know, so they just hang out, you know. And she doesn't wear a bra, so she can tell everybody, "Can you tell I'm cold?" I'm serious.
Bring her out.
Okay.
What did you say?
Bring her out.
Well, I think we should bring her out. Cindy, come on out.
Happy that's on him. I give you credit.
I think that she's disgusting because her mother, the talk about her mother that way.
Oh, you think the daughter's disgusting?
Yes, I really do. Because you're so lucky to have a mom. You know?
Okay, but nobody can
Maybe
say that unless your mom dressed like that, and you had to be out in public with her. I mean, you know, it's hard.
I would go to the end of the world with her.
Stand up.
Okay, look.
I'm a mother of 7 kids, all right? Hold on, all right? My son, 19 years old, dresses me so I look good with him. So you should be happy that your mother looks that good.
Okay, your mother has 7 children. Get this, my mother has 12.
In the tradition of what she just said, I have to give it to Mama.
Let's come right back. When we come right back, we're going to talk to Mama here. Sit down, daughter. We're going to talk to Mama's next. We're also going to talk to a daughter who says that her mom, well, you won't believe what she calls her mom. We'll tell you about that, and we want to talk to you when we get back. We'll be right back in a minute. Hey, Mom, Dad, come here a second. Let me ask you something. Do you know what your kids are really doing when they go out at night? Are you starting to get a bit concerned because you really don't know where they're going or what they're doing? Call Rolonda. Let's talk about it. Here's the number on your screen. Well, we're talking to daughters today who say they are totally embarrassed by some of their actions of their mothers, but you know, a lot of people couldn't understand, Amy, what it is about your mom that you're embarrassed about. She looks good.
I have another thing, okay? This is what she runs around in my house in front of my husband. Crotchless underwear. Okay? I mean, that is embarrassing.
That could be a little embarrassing. Now, are you doing this? Do you know this embarrasses your daughter here, Amy?
She will just tell me to lighten up. You know, chill down, Mom.
It's embarrassing. I love her so much, you know? But come on. I mean, she's 42 years old. She has 12 kids. If she went, stand up. You have to see the stretch. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
know, well, I would say.
Well, I married at 17.
Yeah.
I used to wear my hair up in a little bun and raised my children. I wore dresses down to here. And when my husband told me that on my 12th baby, I had a 5-day-old baby in my arms, and he said, I've had a girlfriend for a year and I want out of this. I said, I gotta change.
Now, wait a minute, Amy, before you go on to your next story of embarrassment, did you ever know that about your mom?
Yeah, I knew. I feel sorry for her. I really do. But I mean, I think about all of us kids that when we have to go places with her and stuff, that I mean, she should dress like a mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, it's embarrassing. Even though, I mean, you know?
How does a mom dress?
Yeah, how does a mom dress? Well, I have 5 children. And I think you should dress, you know, decent.
You know, all I've got to say is some good genes running this family.
Adele missed the best part.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say that I think Cindy looks beautiful. I think she's sexy.
And tell them who you are.
And I love the way she dresses. I think she looks like a hooker, and I like it. And
Interest in all this.
yes, I'm her fiance, and I'm the one that goes into action when she picks up her shirt.
Do you, when you hear Amy say that her mom's embarrassing, what do you think about all that?
I think a lot of people are afraid to do what they want to do. And one of the things I love about Cindy is she is not afraid to be herself.
Yeah.
And if it embarrasses her family or her friends or anybody else, that's just too bad. They have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's her, and I love her for the way she is.
Good for you. Good for you. Come on.
I'm Amy's husband, so I'm familiar very much so with what she's been talking about.
Oh.
Just let me give you an example of one occasion. They came down to my place of business to go out to lunch with me. And she came in wearing an outfit a lot like what she's wearing tonight. And the comments that I got back when I got back from lunch were things like, oh, where did you guys go for lunch? Down to the Motel 6? All kinds of guys coming up to me where I work and want me to fix them up with my mother. It's embarrassing.
Has it affected business?
Well, it definitely distracting, I can tell you that.
In a good way or a bad way?
Well, it's distracting.
It's
very
distracting.
distracting.
I think you're not the only one who got embarrassed one time when Cindy came to the office. Here's her brother right here. Come on and join us. Come on. What happened that day at your office?
Well, Cindy came in and, well, she called me and said she wanted to talk about some things that were happening in her life. So I said, fine. Now, mind you, I'm a personnel director, which is like, I'm like the behavior police for my company. I have to operate on a higher ethical plane and all that stuff. So I said, fine, meet me for lunch, come on over to the office. Well, I walk out into the lobby, and it's, whoa, hi there. You know, I told no one that my sister was coming or that I was going out for lunch, and there she is in a fire engine red outfit, the hot pants. This is the 90s, man. with her backside doing what it does when she wears her hot pants. And of course, we got one of those offices where everybody has a first floor view out to the parking lot. You don't sneak out, so it's like, okay, Sin, let's go to lunch. Boom. Couldn't run out to the car fast enough.
He's 6 miles ahead of me, mind you. I mean, the man is just totally embarrassed.
What are you gonna do?
But didn't you know you were going to your brother's office?
I mean, a place of business.
She dresses like that's the grocery store, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's everywhere. So of course, the same questions that you got, I got back with the office, and of course, no one knows who she was, and say, "Well, it was my sister." Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Did that cause any kind of strife between the two of you?
Yeah, big time. I relayed this whole incident just as I did you to my mother, my lovely mother, who embarrasses me. That's time for another show. Who calls Cindy, and the bottom line was, the word that got to Cindy is that my sister is an embarrassment to me. Nothing could be further from the truth, Rolonda, at all. I'm so proud of my sister and what she has done. She has raised beautiful children, scads of them. I lost count after 8 or so. She is the most loving, giving person I know, really, and she's really a terrific lady.
Oh, you are the best. You are just the best. Gorgeous. Oh, go up there and give her a kiss. Oh, gorgeous. best. You are just the best. 650-2060. What a special moment before that break. I love that. It always says you can't judge a book by its cover. Right. There you go. There you go. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I had a comment for Pearl. And Pearl daughter, basically. Because Sharice, have you ever took the time out to spend with your mother? You understand? Separately from your boyfriends and girlfriends? You understand? Take her out for like lunch
I usually prefer not to because we don't get along very well.
So everybody says that's the problem. Pearl, is that the problem?
You don't get along with anyone.
Be quiet. I get along well enough with my husband for you to peek in bushes.
From the audience.
Okay, I'm thinking about Amy and her mother here. I think that at her age, I think she's entitled to do what she wants to do. She's raised 12 children and all that, the way she described the way her kids dress. And I think that her daughter is very jealous, very jealous.
Is there any jealousy in there, Amy?
No, there's no jealousy, but it's getting to the point. My mother's talking about like she wants to go and dance at topless bars and stuff. Gosh, dancing at topless bars and stuff, that would be embarrassing.
I've never worked outside of my home, and I thought it would be fun.
Let's meet another mom and daughter's team. Trina and Tunisha say what embarrassed them about their mom most, and their mom's name is Barbara, is her bigotry. That mommy got a little, you didn't know that your daughters call you a bigot?
No, I don't feel like I am.
You don't?
No.
Well, explain, daughters.
You want to go first?
I'll go first. Oh, goodness.
First of all, okay, I don't really have a big problem with my mother, except when I bring my friends over. She's real outspoken. If she's thinking about something, believe me, you're gonna know. And it's like, gets embarrassing, because you're like bringing your friends over, okay, and you're sitting down, you're watching TV, and she comes and says, well, Mom, my friend's here, I want you to come meet them. And then she'll come out and she's like, oh, well, you're not good enough for my daughter, and blah, blah, this, and blah, blah, that. And I'm like, oh, my Lord.
But we're not talking to you, we're talking to them.
From the first time she meet them, and it's like, oh, my God, I can't believe she did. And my friends are like, okay, man, why your mama like that? I'm like.
So when you call her a bigot, what kind of bigot is she?
She's one of those she's the kind where, it's like, I know she doesn't appreciate my lifestyle, okay? But let me live my life the way I want to, and then she'll go and she'll talk.
Well, what'd she say about your lifestyle?
God don't like that. If God wanted you to be a man, he made you a man. God don't
Now, Trina, you said your mother says something about you being a man, and what? Go on. What happens now?
Okay, I'm a lesbian. Okay. Now, I born a lesbian. You can't tell me that I was, changed over to being one. I was born one, plain and simple. I knew at the age of 4.
That's mother saying you were influenced by your friends.
That's
nothing but the devil has taken over her mind. God put her here for a man. You can't rub no pebbles together and make her lay. Because when I was carrying you in my stomach, I was praying, Lord, please don't let me have no boy, because I know I'm going to be by myself and I don't want him to be no punk. And lo and behold, he gave me a girl and she turned out to be a boy. I got 2 butchies and 1 promiscuous one.
I ain't promiscuous.
No more.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
So, Barbara, I take it you don't like having 2 lesbian daughters.
No. My daughters are too beautiful and have too much going for themselves to throw themselves away for a woman. A man can appreciate their beauty even more. So in the scrap irons, they gonna get talking about their girlfriends. These hooches don't have nothing, don't want nothing. They gonna get nothing. Being gay is her choice, okay? I have no qualms about her, whatever she do, but that's not my choice for her, and I'm not, she wasn't born that way.
Wait a minute.
She's with Jessica. She didn't go for Brandon. Maybe tell Jessica.
She wasn't born that way. She got a split between her legs and
You're coming from pure ignorance, lady. You are coming from pure ignorance. The person was born that way and you had nothing to do with it, so let her alone, please.
You are sick of the kids, but God made her. God made her, and the devil
I've been here longer than twice as long as you have, lady, and I know these things come from God. It don't come from the way you think.
Sugar, you
sit down and shut up. What do I have to do to get a kiss from you?
The devil got their minds.
Look, Barbara, as the man was sitting down, he asked me for a little kiss. So
She gave you some and you gave her a kiss. How come you don't?
Ain't no
One thing we do see is that Barbara is one of those mothers that many of us can relate to who speaks her mind. Now, that's her child. She's going to say what she wants to say.
That's right.
And I appreciate that, Barbara. But in the meantime, Trina, what's that doing to your life?
It's not doing nothing to my life because I don't let her affect me.
What's her name?
Barbara.
There's no Cindy.
Oh, you're moving to the other mother.
Yeah.
That's Cindy.
I can give you one credit. You know why? Because you raise the children and you feel happy, go what you have to do, honey. Because you strike her all day long to raise the children. And to you better be happy. Because these days, when you raise children, they don't give you no respect. But your mother raised you, so be happy what she want to do for a living.
Okay.
I would be happy if she wouldn't dress like this and act like this. We would be out in public and she walks around saying, I'm so horny. I'm so horny. You do, Mother. Yes, you do. Okay, what else do you say?
I'm having fun.
Mother. You know what else she says? She walks around and goes, oh, I'm so wet.
Excuse me, are you your mother friend? Do y'all have a close relationship where she feels like she can talk to you like this?
Yes, but not out in public, and so the whole world can hear her say she's
I mean,
so
is she
horny.
going out in public and just spreading
Yes,
I'm horny.
she is. Yes.
I don't think she's doing that.
Yes, she is. Her and her fiance, they go to park and ride, and he took his T-tops out, and she puts her legs up there, and they go at it.
Amy, this man wants to say something to you.
I understand how you feel, but I have a problem with you coming out and calling your mother a slut. All right? First, wait a minute. Understand what I'm saying. First, hear me out. Thank you. It is respect. But the thing is, it's one thing to think she's dressing provocatively or, distastefully, but you call her a slut, but from what I understand, she's been engaged to this man for 6 years, and she's had a family, which ain't giving her no time to be having no other fun like you may be implying. So to call her a slut is not only disrespectful, it's not right.
Okay, do you have sex out in public?
You don't want to know the answer to that.
Wait, go, Trina.
Wait.
Boy, I'm gonna hear from my brother later. I can see that face.
Wait. I'm sure. Okay, how old are you? 42. Okay, I'm sure it's plenty of teenagers out here, and you probably have done it in your time when you go out and park your car somewhere, probably out in the park somewhere.
This is when people are there watching. She tells me people watch. Honestly, and they will do it. No, and they'll open their window
anymore.
Barbara. What's her name?
Barbara, that's Amy.
Amy, let me tell you something. Your mama raised 12 children, and hell, she didn't have time to have no fun for herself. Shut up. So now it's her time, okay? All her kids are grown. She ain't got no babies at home, so if she want to go out and do it in the yard, that's her business. She's picking up a lot of
that this mother can go and do what she wants, so why can't your daughter go do what she...
Wait, hold it. The difference between my daughters and this lady here, this lady is independent on her own. She ain't asking her daughter. Okay? My daughters are staying with my mother, and when they're not at my mother's, they with me. They did have an apartment, but they couldn't keep it, okay? And then when they have the apartment, I'm over there helping you pay the rent. I'm over there buying groceries every month, so that's why I'm cutting.
So you can say what you want to say.
I'm paying the money. Okay. When I lent you money, I paid you. I gotta take a break. Yes, you know. No. You was short of $100. You was short of $100 for you, okay?
We've got to take a quick break, and I want to bring in another daughter. Our next daughter says she doesn't mind that her mom is fat. It's just what she does with that big old body of hers that bothers her. Oh, those one-night stands, you know the ones. They promise to call, they never do. Would you like to talk about it? Maybe you can be on our show. Call Rolonda, 1-800-558-5545. Let's talk. Not this bad, though, huh? See, this kid said he thought his mother was embarrassing. Not that embarrassing, huh?
No.
You better go home and hug your mother today.
I am.
You am?
Yeah.
You am. Well, I want you to meet our next daughter. This is Terry. She says she doesn't mind that her mom is fat. It's just what her mom does with that big body of hers that bothers her. What in the world does your mother do?
Well, she's just like really big, and she wears really clingy clothes and shows a lot of cleavage and a really big butt. And she's too big to be wearing what she's wearing.
Uh-huh.
You know, and it gets embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So give me an example of when you were most embarrassed by your mother.
I was in elementary school, and she came in black spandex pants with some kind of tank top and leather jacket, and she had black hair, and everyone thought she was a biker lady, so they, for like a year and a half, they could, oh, your mom's a biker lady, huh? And she goes out and does this and that, and I was like, no, I swear. And they're like, no, she's a biker lady.
I remember being a kid, they used to say, your mama wears army boots. And that was supposed to be insulting, right? Now it's biker mom. Why don't we meet your mother? Come on out, Sharon, where are you?
Embarrassing. Get up and give your mom a hug.
Give your mother a hug. Now wait, Sharon.
She's not in.
Cindy, on national TV, I promise I will never say you're putting on weight.
Now let's get to Sharon. Sharon, let's hear your story. Where did you, why?
Why not? I mean, this is the way I am. You think I'm going to hide in a moo-moo and stay at home and eat bonbons? No way. I'm out having a good time.
No,
I walk the street any way I want to.
Costume. This is not what she wears.
This was a Halloween costume.
Okay?
I went to a party of about 150 people.
Sharon, why do I mean, you're obviously proud of your voluptuous body.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah, and when it upsets your daughter, Terry, what do you say as an excuse?
We've had a lifetime of discussing about size. I've been big all my life. So I don't want her life to stop because if someday she gets on 10 pounds, 20 pounds, I don't want her life to stop. I'm showing her that I'm living my life to its fullest. I have a job, I have a social life, I have more men than I can shake a stick at. And I do. I even hang out with my daughter. She's got a surprise party coming up, and guess who got invited? Her boyfriend and their girlfriends invited me. We have a lot of fun together.
So Terry, look, Look at Terry. She's embarrassed here. Does it bother you, or does it affect you at all, Sharon, that your daughter's embarrassed?
It's embarrassed, but it's a good embarrassment because we talk about this. This is not something that stops her from doing anything. It doesn't stop me from doing anything. If anything, it's give her a better understanding of the different people in life. There's all different kinds of things going on out in this world, and she has a better understanding of it because she has to deal with this one at home.
Well, Terry, do you? Please be quiet. Terry, do you?
Well, I mean, it doesn't bother me that she's fat, you know, that doesn't bother me. But, you know, I just don't like the way people treat her, and I wish she wouldn't wear the things she does, because then maybe she wouldn't get so many comments the way she does, you know.
But it sounds like people love her, inviting her to the
You
party.
should see the guys she gets. Oh, my God. She gets more than I do. We'll be driving down the road, and people, hey, baby, what's up? And they're all saying stuff to her. Oh, my God.
You say she what?
She's jealous of her mother because her mother gets more attention than you do. That's deep psychology, right?
That's deep psychology.
No, just to each their own.
We'll continue with this deep psychology when we come back. We'll be right back.
Works for me.
Call 1-800-ABCDEFG.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets, filled with pepperoni pizza.
Hot Pockets.
Try Lean Pockets, too.
I saw him sharing New Year's Eve with another girl.
Dating a man who works with bikini babes. Next, Rolonda. Sharon, I also understand that you're a belly dancer. Is that right?
Yes, I do.
And where do you belly dance?
I belly dance for private parties, conventions. I've danced for as large as 500 people in a room. Been doing it for 5 years.
Can you do something now for us?
Can you do something now for us? That's
it's kind of hard to belly dance in a Tarzan posture. Oh my God. I don't know what
a little music?
Okay, yes, music.
Thank you. Terry's like this the whole time. Terry, somebody brought up that maybe because your mom gets so much positive attention outside that there was a little psycho thing working there, that you're a little jealous.
No. No, I mean, I'm glad she gets it. It's funny. I mean, my friends love her and everything, you know. She can be pretty embarrassing around them. Talk about sex in front of my boyfriend and everything.
Let me introduce Fran Siegel. I found a psychotherapist in the audience. Is there anything about the attention, the competition between mother and daughter that plays in any of this?
Of course there is. I mean, as mother and daughters, you have the full range of feelings that anybody else has for anybody else. And it gets played out in your relationship. And I see, but what I'm impressed with this group is that I see a lot of loving on stage too. And I see a lot of women, mothers and daughters, who want to be close to each other and maybe don't know how to be close to each other, and embarrassment is just an excuse. I see a lot of women up here.
But isn't embarrassment also a connection in a strange kind of way?
Yeah, it can be a connection. I think it's, if you don't mind, Pearl and Charisse, I think it's a connection for both of you. I think that, Pearl seems like a nice lady and she's trying to help Charisse out with the child. I don't understand why Pearl can see you having sex with your ex-husband. I don't understand why a bedroom isn't private.
And there are no blinds on the window.
No blinds.
It is. No, she goes, we're at ground level like I had said. And what she does is she goes in through the bushes and goes up to the window. And whether it's my husband or a friend, you'll see something like this. And even girlfriends of mine have said, what the hell is that in the window? And it's her, peeping Pearl.
Anything else that you want to point out?
Well, with Terry and Sharon, I think that, Terry's, I think you're a teenager, you're a young woman, and it can be, I can understand you're feeling embarrassed, but as we grow older, we have choices to make, and you know, this is true for all of you. And you can be respectful, you know, you can let your mother be the person she is. She's not representing herself as being anything else. You've grown up with her being this way, and as you grow older, you can either accept her for, you know, what she is and who she is, or, you know, you don't have to have much to do with her.
Like, if she just wouldn't wear the clothes she would, and she wouldn't get the comments
Has she
would.
always been that way?
Yes.
Always?
Yes.
Aren't you used to it by now?
No.
Thank you. You know something? We can pick our friends. We can't pick our mothers, right? Come on, hon. You had a question.
Yeah, Barbara, do you love your daughter?
I love my daughters unconditionally.
Okay, then you may not accept what she's doing, but respect it.
I
So it's her
respect
lifestyle.
her as my daughter. Her friends, I do not have to tolerate or put up with them, and you're not gonna disrespect me with your friends. You know I don't accept this. That means if they can't come to my house, then if you over there, they can't call, they'll beep you. Cause I don't wanna be bothered with this mess. I mean, when they were living there, I had tried to get to know her friends, the gay ones, the sissies and the lesbians, okay? Had them over there, and they had me so nervous up in my own house. I told them the next time they come, it was one guy, he was pretty as a peach, had on him some Daisy Duke, Hot Mama short, mini skirt with a little thing to go with it, and sandals and stuff to match. And he kept on getting up and putting his thing back up. He had titties here. And I'm just sitting up here just looking, you know. And then he said, girls, you thought they were men, but hell, they was girls. And they sit up here eyeing her. I said, hold it, she don't go that way. I tell y'all what. I say, in my house.
It's just a lot to handle.
You gonna be a man, and the women gonna be women. And if you can't do that here, you hit the door. You should have seen them plead out.
From the audience.
Number one, Barbara, to let you know that God doesn't make junk. We are created in God's image as we are. As a gay man and as a gay minister, I can tell you that. Because God is not an exception of person. What its problem is, there's no positive reinforcement to tell these people it is fine to be gay and to be able to reach out and be loving toward one another without the fear of homophobia or the fear of being able to say, hey, it's okay to be gay.
That's not what God put us here for.
Earlier this evening, you had said something and you cursed. Now, if you were a true Christian, in the true sense of the word, you wouldn't have cursed because cursing isn't allowed in a religious background. I'm from a Pentecostal background.
But Barbara says sometimes things go in our house that make her cuss. We'll be right back in a minute. Thank you.
Another 10 minutes, another 10. They could have been out 15 minutes.
SOS transcripts, Post Office Box 845, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, 48303. For videotapes, send $19.95 plus $3.95 shipping and handling. Credit card orders, 1-800-655-5595. One thing I gotta say is these were some funny stories today. They really were, and I appreciate all of you for your honesty, and especially you mothers who are standing proud in your own shoes. You know, mothers is what was that you said? You can't live with them, can't live without them. We love you, moms. Thank you. We'll see you next time on Rolonda.